We are closing out the first week of the Open Conference with a bang as we put two fan favorite teams tied in the standings head to head at the PCV Social Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. This is One Sports exclusive coverage of the country's first and only professional volleyball league, the Premier Volleyball League on One Sports and One Sports Plus on tap today. We have the Petro Gazz Angels who lost against Creamline, looking to bounce back as they take on the Cignal HD Spikers, who are coming off a morale-boosting win against the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. Hi, everybody, and thank you for watching us. My name is Eric Tipan alongside Mosh Cruz. Great to be working with you again, Mosh. And these two teams obviously very excited, 1-1 in the standings each. So one team will definitely get a leg up over the competition, so to speak.
Good evening, Eric, and good evening, everyone. I hope you are all ready for this exciting game to cap off your Friday night. And looking at the standings, Creamline on top of the ladder with 3-0. Now Cherry Tigo with 2-1. They lost against Bali Pure last night. Chocomucho with 2-0. And Petro Gazz Cignal, they are in the middle of the standings right now. Cignal HD Spikers coming off a loss to Cherry Tigo in their debut game, but pulling off a surprising 4-set win over Santa Lucia to even their record at 1-1. Now they played inspired volleyball, taking big leads early in the first, second, and fourth set to run away with that win. Petro Gazz, on the other hand, dropped 1-1 after losing to the rivals of Creamline in a conference packed with plenty contenders like this, Eric. And on the single round robin format, the Angels, they need to win against solid teams like Cignal to make it to the semis.
Definitely take a look at Petro Gazz. They had a good start, 26-24 against the defending champions, but obviously that was not good enough as Creamline won in the next three sets.
You know, in a rematch of PVL's last two finals, Petro Gazz started strong but stumbled late against the defending champions, Creamline. Petro Gazz execution was immaculate to start the game, targeting Valdez with their serves and loading their blockers on the Phenom side of the net. They were actually able to adjust on Creamline's movements, but in the end, errors cost them against Creamline as they gave up 30 points to the Cool Smashers, while Creamline was able to control their errors to 21.
Taking a look at Ces Molina, who is definitely a picture of consistency for the Angels. Finished with 18 points to lead the Angels in this unfortunate loss against the Cool Smashers.
Miss Consistency. Ever since entering the club volleyball ranks, Ces Molina has been one of the most consistent wing spikers in the Philippines. She was Petro Gazz's most potent scoring option against Creamline. But Molina's offense wasn't enough as Petro Gazz's other wings struggled to score. Myla Pablo, who was held to 6 points, while Gretchen Soltones, who had a terrific defensively, with 15 digs, 26 out of 39 serve reception efficiencies, she only had 6 points. So kailangan dito ng katulong ni Ces Molina.
Definitely. Now, we've got Aitin Sai earlier talking to Ces Molina about the game plan for today's game. Let's check in.
Ses, may tanong ako sa'yo, what was your team's mindset after your last game with Creamline? It was obviously a tough loss, but what was the biggest takeaway given that you guys are key contenders in this conference?
First thing na naisip namin is to bounce back talaga. And yung game namin about sa Creamline is parang pinakita namin yung best namin. And siguro din talaga lumalabas na as a team, hindi pa talaga fully maayos yung chemistry namin. And hindi pa talaga kami ganun nagje-gelling. Pero yun nga, binigyan namin ng magandang impression yung Creamline sa amin.
And also another question, you've been performing very consistently since you first played in the club ranks. How happy are you to land on a team like the Petro Gazz Angels where you continue to be a key player and a contender?
Syempre, I'm very happy and excited na nakalaro ako dito sa bago kong team sa Petro Gazz. And isa to sa contender talaga ng PBS simula nung una pa. Kaya I'm happy na makakapag-contribute ako ng talent and skills sa kanila. And yun nga, lahat naman kami we're contributing talaga sa team. That's why nagtitraining kami. And yun nga, gusto namin mapakita talaga sa game na talagang nagpe-prepare kami sa liga na to.
There you have it. We have Ces Molina of the Petro Gazz Angels.
Ces Molina, one of 3 players in double digits for the Angels, so she had some help, but they're gonna need more, obviously, if they are to compete in a league full of pros, full of volleyball superstars like, of course, Radakis, Janine Marciano, and the rest of the Santa Lucia, or make that the Cignal HD Spikers, who lost or defeated the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors in their last game.
The Cignal HE Spikers pulled off probably the first surprise of the conference, toppling Santa Lucia in a relatively dominant fashion, winning the first, second, and fourth set. It was a complete team effort for the HD Spikers, managing to score 43 on attacks, 9 blocks, and keeping their errors to just 20 all throughout the game. Now, they were a bit shaky on their floor defense as they only had 51 excellent digs in total. Compared to Santa Lucia, they had 71 excellent digs.
Take a look at Cignal and their performance. Only lost in the third set. Very good start for them so far in the Open Conference. They're one of the top scorers for their team. Rose Doria, 14 points in that win against Santa Lucia.
Now Rose Doria exemplified Cignal's strong play, contributing in every offensive category and helping to set the tone for HD Spikers. On a team looking for more contributors, Doria should be consistent. For Cignal HD Spikers in their game, last time they targeted Santa Lucia's struggling receive early, which allowed them to capitalize on free ball opportunities or directly score from the Lady Realtors' errors. And this is the same level of execution that they will be needing against a balanced all-around team like Petro Gazz. And even the smallest details like positioning the ball and the control of their receive will really decide this match.
One of the keys for them in that win was really keeping their errors to a minimum, only 20 unforced errors for Cignal in
That's
that
right.
win versus Santa Lucia. And earlier today, Rose Doria spoke to Ayi Tinsay. We'll check in with them.
Rose, may tanong ako sa'yo, how big of a confidence boost did winning against Santa Lucia provide for the team given that isa rin sila sa mga paborito sa conference na ito?
Para sa team, siguro sobrang laking factor nito yung pagkapanalo namin against Santa Lucia. Kasi nagawa namin yung kailangan naming gawin, kaya nailabas namin yung kailangan naming ilaro. And sobrang laking factor din yung pagkatalo namin sa Cherry kasi nakita at na-train namin yung mga pagkukulang na.
Rose, may isa pa akong tanong sa'yo. How have you approached your role within this team as one of the holdovers from 2019? Gaano ka-importante sa'yo maging consistent and producing points for the Cignal HD Spikers?
As a senior player sa team, siyempre, kailangan kong ilabas yung tunay na game ko, tunay na laro ko. Kasi sabi nga ni Coach, hindi na ako bata. Isa na ako sa mga inaasahan and a senior player sa team.
There you have it, Rose Doria of the Cignal HD Spikers.
All of a sudden, I feel old. 14 points for Rose Doria, 14 as well for Janine Marciano, 2 players in double digits for Cignal. Obviously, the others need to step up, including their team captain, Rachel Andakis. We'll find out today if she will lead the team in scoring. Because obviously the team will need it against a high-power octane offense like Petro Gazz. We'll send it courtside for the starting 6 of both teams.
It is now time to meet our national referees for this match. First referee is Rene Castillo. Second referee is Mark Santos. And now let's meet the starting lineup first for the Cignal HD Spikers. Center from the University of the Philippines, number 7, Ayel Estranero. Opposite hitter from Cignal University, number 9, Janine Marcelo. Outside spiker from De La Salle University, number 10, May Luna. Middle blocker from the National University, number 11, Roslyn Donia. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 16, Julia Ipa. And the outside spiker from the Far Eastern University, number 13, team captain, Rachel Ann Duckis. Starting libero from the University of Perpetual Health, number 3, Jen Yonela. And the head coach for Cignal is Shaq De Los Santos. And now the starters for the Petro Angels. Outside spiker from San Sebastian College Recoletos, number 5, Gretzel Soltones. Opposite hitter from San Beda University, number 7, Cés Molina. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 9, Ram Palma. Center from De La Salle University, number 17, team captain, Chief Saez. Middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 18, Ria Meneses. And the outside spiker from the National University, number 19, Myla Pablo. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 8, Alvarado.
No changes in the starting players for Coach Shaq De Los Santos. And also for Coach Arnold Lanyog. Ria Meneses, second leading scorer with 16 points for the Angels.
This is the set of player that they would want to start with for this game. This is a really crucial game for them, Eric. They need to step up in the ladder para makapunta sila dun sa top 4 because we will be needing only 4 teams for the semifinals.
So I hope you fans you have your snacks with you, your drinks right beside you, you're relaxed because this is going to be a good one. Cignal, Petro Gazz, set number 1, team captain Chi Saet. One of the elder stateswomen of the Angels who was telling fans how they experienced lockdown last April 2020 in the pandemic. Ayel Estrañero with 18 excellent sets in their last game gets the first point of Cignal.
Quickly getting that first point. Di na siya nag-set up eh. Talagang kinuha niya yung first point nitong Cignal HE Spikers.
Good receive. There is a push by Myla Pablo. That's picked up. A little confusion on the part of Cignal there. Petro Gazz on the attack now. There's Cés Molina with a kill.
Powerful attack for their first point here for Petro Gazz. Cés Molina making a statement.
Pablo serving 1-all, set number 1. Estrañero sets it up. There's an off-speed hit. Gonna be a tough get. Free ball for Cignal. Middle attack is good for Doria.
That was a good attack from Doria. The timing was perfect. And I think there was no blocker for Petro Gazz.
And Doria looks good. I mean, she looks fit. She's light on her feet. May Luna, former DLSU lady spiker. Chi Saet, underhand set. Here's another attack from Petro Gazz. Block at the net. Nope, I think it's 4 touches that did not cross the net.
That was not over. It was a battle of Dakis and Soltones on that rally.
Here's former USD Tigress, Ria Meneses. That goes outside for Janine Marciano.
Just way too out. Iniwasan yung blockers. not enough spin for that attack.
Marciano scoring 14 points in the last game of Cignal, that win versus Santa Lucia. Marciano tries again. Chisaet to Palma. Back row attack. It's good. May Luna with the point.
Luna from the back, targeting the receiver of Petro, Gazz, who was not ready for that attack. Nagulat sila sa likod, sinet up itong for Cignal.
And Luna is so versatile. I mean, especially in her days with DLSU, just a rookie, and she was able to contribute from, all positions on the floor.
And you would love those kinds of players, You get iba to mo open, iba to mong gitna sa likod. They would really deliver.
Marciano. Oh, what a soft touch from Molina. That was picked up. Another back row attack. No, it's just a give. And Soltones knocks it in.
Getting that point from the touch of the blockers from Cignal, targeting the cross court.
Ces Molina, national team member as well. Dakis, fan favorite out of FEU. Soltones, back-to-back points for Gretzel Soltones, and she puts the Angels up by 2.
Now off the block, Gretch Soltones. Seeing two blockers putting much effort to get that point.
So difficult to stop Soltones. I mean, with the way she jumps, the height she achieves, she's able to look at the hands of the blockers and even maybe the positions on the floor and figure out, where am I going to send this?
That's right. She can really adjust on air, with the angles. Kung makita niya may blocker siya, wala, she can go cross court, she can go down the line, and even drop the ball.
Janine Marciano, another high flyer out of San Beda. Oh, well, both teams getting their early share of service errors. Soltones out of San Sebastian.
Good serve right there.
Joust at the net, won by Pablo. Underhand set for Dakis. And she goes for that middle spot and scores.
Now a clear path for Dakis. Walang blocker. She went to the cross-court attack. It was not that powerful, Eric, but it was effective.
Yeah, it was enough for them to score a point, make it a close game. Pablo. That's been one of the things about Pablo. The way she approaches an attack, I mean, really aggressive and powerful.
And I think Myla is now ready to show up in this game. She was, I think, the missing link sa last game nila. She only scored 6.
Yep.
But we are really expecting Pablo to just step it up today.
That's right. She's a volume scorer. That's what she's known for in the UAAP as Luna, this time from the wing. And we talked about May Luna and her versatility. And she's showing it off right now. 1-point game, 6 serving 7.
We love how Luna is just simple when it comes to playing, but very effective as well.
Nothing fancy. Smart player. And young too.
Yes, very young.
Ipak. And here's Meneses. Yes, a little stare down. Probably picked up from her teammate Remy Palma. Petro Gazz up by 2. 8-6 over Cignal here in set number 1. Back here at the bubble in Bacara, Ilocos Norte, our venue, PCV Social, Civic, and Cultural Center. Right now, the Angels up by 2, 8-6 over Cignal. Chisayat with a serve into the net.
Another service error in this game. Yun yung kailangan nilang iwasan ngayon kasi gumaganda na sana yung rally nila and place nila.
Ayala Estraniero. I don't know if you fans noticed this, but take a look at the ribbons on the heads, on the hairs of the players of Cignal. They're all white. They're all the same. It's a sign of support for the Perlas Spikers, who they've yet to play a game in the open conference because of health and safety protocols. And according to Rachel Andakis, the team captain of Cignal, that's their way of showing their support. That they're in this together. They're all sacrificing a lot to play the game they love. They're away from their families or loved ones, so they're supporting Perlas Spikers and will only change the ribbons after Perlas Spikers take the floor in the open conference.
They will actually play on Sunday, so let us see kung anong kulay ng ribbons ng Cignal after that.
Meantime, Cignal taking the lead 9-8 against Petro Gazz, all on the serve of Ayala Estraniero. Another player who's played many positions in college for UP. She was a libero at one point, and then a setter as well for Coach Jerry Yee. Here's a left-handed push. That's Luna.
That was a hard play to get for Luna. Sumobra na yung setup niya. And ginawa na lang niya ng paraan. I think she used her left hand on that.
Caused the error. Tied at 9-all, set number 1. Both teams are at 1-1 in the standings.
Over receive for Rachel and Dakis on minus service.
Coach Shaq de los Santos of Cignal giving instructions. Pablo puts the Angels up by 1 against the HD Spikers, and Meneses takes advantage of another over receive.
Riri Meneses was just right there on the right time. I love how she trimmed down.
Yeah.
Ano kayang diet ni Riri Meneses now? I want to know.
That's true. She has slimmed down as well. She looks more fit, and her jump.
Yes.
It's quicker. It's higher, giving her that advantage.
And watching her, parang ang gaan-gaan niya gumalaw ngayon.
She's playing, and also a lot more aggressively than she was with UST. She was a little tentative back then. Obviously, the years and the experience in professional leagues given her that confidence.
Yes, right. She's more confident now.
Marciano off the block. Saed sets it up. There's Molina's block. That's a double. Going to be called on the Angels.
Not the right position for Molina to attack on that one. It was a bit awkward na para sa kanya. And even if meron silang coverage, the ball just went down too fast.
Close game, 11-11. Set number 1, May Luna. Sharp serve. Saed to Meneses. Oh, great coverage. Oh, another attempt there. Great work. Floor coverage for both teams. Just superb right now.
What a nice rally here. The floor defense is just solid.
And even the net defense, Dakis rejected. Marciano, the tip. Meneses was right there, and she went for it, but unfortunately didn't go across the net.
Just a split second right there. Kung tama yung timing niya, she would just get that ball. Ayan o. Natawa na lang sila doon. It was a good rally for Cignal HD Spikers and Petro Gazz.
12 serving 11. Cignal 9-8 in terms of digs over Petro Gazz.
That was in for Cignal, just on the line.
And right now, Coach Lanyog wants to talk things over, calls a timeout. We'll try to listen in. We couldn't hear much. Again, for those of you wondering why we can't get any closer, it's because of health and safety protocols. Our sound technicians unable to really get the mic in there in the huddle. There's the service ace by May Luna. Biggest lead for Cignal right now. 2 points. 13-11.
Cignal is just working as a team right now with the receive and the setup and the attacks.
A little clarification with second referee Mark Santos on the position of the players. And they do well to listen, because that's, if the serve goes up and crosses the net, that's an automatic violation if somebody is out of position.
And sa mga hindi nakakaalam, Eric, you can ask the help of the second
second,
referee
right.
para ayusin muna yung positioning niyo.
Saet, great setup for Meneses, but good coverage on the other side. Dakis blocked. Twice Dakis has been blocked. And Meneses wagging her finger saying, not that time.
Dakis is putting effort. You know, she's been attacking really well, but the net defense of Petro Gazz is just there.
Yep.
She's very well read na pinag-aralan talaga ng Petro Gazz.
2 points off 2 attacks for Meneses, all at the net. Marciano finds the opening.
Not that one. Marciano with a clear path. Getting that point for Cignal. Ang ganda ng palo niya. Hindi ganun kalakas, but I think it was a perfect attack.
Doria looking to add to that 2-point advantage of the HD Spikers. Saet underhand set. They go to Ces Molina down the line. Yes.
That's the kind of attack from Molina that you want to see every time she attacks. Let us see that one again. Blockers were there, but never mind. This is Ces Molina.
Dakis tries again. Back row, Pablo. That is long.
The timing was not good that time for Myla Pablo. Nauna siya sa bola. That's why it went too far.
Right now, Cignal continuing to protect the 2-point advantage. 15-13. Marciano's serve is good. Saet. There's Sultanes cross court. Jonella, what a superb dig. Sultanes tries again and tips this one all the way in.
The powerful attack won't work, then Sultanes just dropping that ball over. Just outsmarting the blockers of Cignal.
Such an intelligent player. I mean, and this was still, while she was in college, she showcased that kind of, you know, smart thinking on the fly. Marciano. Pablo. Yes! 2 straight points for the Angels, and they tie the game at 15.
To the hands of the blockers. Even though malayo yung bola sa net, look at that. Myla Pablo just making a way to get through those blockers.
Sultanes looking to give the Angels the lead here. Dakis off a combination. Arado will play setter. Pablo. Estranero, back row. Off the tape of the net. Great pickup by Molina. Here comes Pablo again. Ayel goes to Rachel and Dakis. Good rally. Arado will set it up again. Pablo. Good one-handed save by the HD Spikers. A tip from Marciano.
Everyone is just working really hard for this.
I'm sure the fans are on the edge of their seats. What a back and forth between these two
What
teams.
a pancake right there.
Dakis just fell short on the jump and on the attack as the Angels complete a 3-point run and take the lead away from the HD Spikers. 16-15 in set number 1. 16-15, Petrogas over Cignal. This is the tail end. No, this is the pancake save.
Yes, the pancake save.
Towards the end of that very extremely long rally that was finished with an attack error from Dakis.
Lahat sila gumana on that rally, no? Trying
Yeah.
to really get that point.
Oh, and speaking of Gumana, Ipak on the board for the first time.
That was a nice fast attack from Ipak. Yung depensa ng Petrogas, hindi pa sila ready, no? Nagsisettle down pa lang sila, but Ipak was able to attack very fast.
Excellent digs in favor of the HD Spikers, 20-15. Pablo pauses for a second, little hesitation there. Underhand set for Dakis from the back row, that's outside. Dakis struggling today.
She's really trying kasi check na yung open attacks niya now that she's at the back. Gusto niyang bumawi.
Ceballos checking in for the first time. Just one of two players that were used by Coach Shaq in that win versus Santa Lucia. Very short rotation for Cignal in that game.
Imagine the stamina of these players.
Estranero, 1-2 play.
And it is still alive.
What a save there. Pancake save by Palma. Meantime, a great dig by Marciano. That's May Luna. Yeah, trying to fire up her teammates.
Luna going down the line and the defense of Petrogas just froze right there. Hindi na nakastep to get that attack. Two blockers were there, but that ball was just too fast.
Here's Ipak out of DLSU as well in college. Opted to go pro. Oh, the service way wide.
They need to avoid service errors. Kasi ang gaganda na nung atake nila. The momentum is just going back and forth.
That's right. And especially in a close game like this, you want your opponent to earn their points. Speaking of points, attack points +2 for the HD Spikers. There's a block on Luna. Luna's blocked again. Back-to-back defensive gems.
Look at that net defense from Petrogas. It is just that solid. Pangalawa, wala pa rin.
Coach Shaq will talk things over. Down by 2. Timeout was called for a quick stop. You heard Coach Shaq, dalawa lang yan. Gusto nilang habulin, obviously, tie the game.
Kasi Eric, it's really dangerous na kapag napunta na yung Petrogas sa 20-point mark. Mabilis na lang yun.
Ayaw niya ng mamaga pa, ika nga. Yung lamang, as you look at Jack Jonella, 4'11" libero of the HD Spikers.
And Jack, who has been solid so far in this game.
The only libero who played in the win versus Santa Lucia. She played in all sets. Wait a minute, there's a double contact call against one of the Angels, maybe on Meneses.
That's a double touch violation from Meneses.
So Estranero joined the team just this year, March 2021, when she signed with Cignal. 4 excellent sets so far. She had 18 in their last game. Again, both teams committing this. I mean, this is not exclusive to Cignal. Petrogas they also have their fair share of service errors, as Mean Mendres, former UE Lady Red Warrior, checks in for the first time. So still, Petrogas with a 2-point advantage here late in the game.
Let us see if they can pull away. At this point, they need a good one attack.
Here we go. Great setup to free Luna. This time they go to the other side. Marciano, check ball. She's asking for it. But no, the point was awarded to Petrogas.
I think that was not over. No touch from Petrogas.
Meantime, another timeout by Coach Shaq De Los Santos. Coach Shaq called a timeout when they're down by 2. They're down by 3 now. And burns his final timeout.
And just reminding his players na let's go back to basics. Dahan-dahan lang. Isang magandang receive and then you attack.
Well, they have so far the advantage in receptions. They're +4. 21 serving 18. Petrogas looking to finish this off. Soltones through the block. Estranero. They go back to Luna. Luna with the off speed. Arado diving for it. And, unable to save it.
The effort of Arado on that drop ball. But still, Cignal, I like how they are outsmarting the Petrogas right now because they know that they have the solid net defense. Talking about Petrogas, now just dropping the ball is an option for them.
Right. Two-point game. Soltones. That's way outside.
No touch from Cignal. Getting that point. And 1 point na lang itong Cignal para makahabol sa Petrogas.
Slowly but surely, just like what Coach Shaq said, Cignal closing into Petrogas. There's Ces Molina firing across court in. A tip by Luna from the back row. Meneses. Marciano.
Nice dig.
Comes Soltones, cross court on the line. Back to a 2-point lead for Petrogas.
What a power angle from Soltones. Ang ganda ng angle niya, just targeting that line. Look at that.
Practically a cut shot. She fired it in from the other side and it landed within the attack line. Oh, nice handoff to Doria. Beautiful connection between Estranero and Rose.
That was just a nice attack from Doria. It was too fast for the Petrogas. Look at that. No blocker for her.
Still a close game. 21 serving 22. Saet. Well, both teams with free balls for each other. Soltones fires one in and scores.
Down the line attack from Soltones, making sure to get that point. The timing was perfect on that one.
Restores a slightly comfortable 2-point advantage. Late in this set number 1, Ariel Estranero had no chance.
I like how she flies whenever she attacks.
Marciano. Saet tips it in. Marciano once again. That's going to be 4 touches.
Not over for Cignal. That one, they need to be careful on their attacks. Kailangan dahan-dahan lang, as what Coach Shaq said. Hindi sila pwedeng magmadali because the tendency is just to commit an error.
Set point for the Angels. There's a tip. Soltones, that's going to be short.
Not that time for Gretch. Soltones. She was a bit late on that one.
And always all smiles, Gretchen Soltones. You can't tell just by looking at her face if their team's down, if they're up. Always has that happy demeanor about her each and every game.
Hindi mo siya pwedeng tignan no? Just to see her reaction because lagi lang siya nakasmile.
That's right. Good save here by the floor defense of the HD Spikers. And Saed takes advantage of the confusion with a 1-2 play to get the win in the first set for the Angels.
It was a first set for Petro, Gazz, and Cignal. It was a beautiful set. It's a seesaw of good attacks, good floor defense for both teams. Now ending the set with a 25-22 score.
Take a look at highlights of set number 1 in the Petro Gazz win over Cignal.
As expected, this will be an excellent game. And pinakita na nila yon sa first set. Ang ganda ng balikan ng bola sa kanila. But what made Petro Gazz really stand out in this set is their floor defense. Yung magagandang palo ng Cignal na nakakalusot sa net defense nila, which is, by the way, excellent as well at this set. Nakukuha pa rin nila even the drop balls of Cignal HD Spikers. Now, Cignal, they hang on. Maganda rin yung nilaban nila. Pero at the end, ito talagang floor defense ng Petro Gazz yung kumuha ng set for them.
That's right. You gotta credit Kat Arado for majority of that. Let's take a look at the numbers in set number 1.
Look at that, 14 attacks for Cignal. And as we mentioned earlier, this is gonna be a fight of offense and defense. Now, seeing that first set, 14 attacks for Cignal, 12 from Petro Gazz, and the blockings, kahit dalawa lang to, Eric, ang ganda ng contribution ng net defense nila because they were slowing down the attacks of Cignal HD Spikers. Now, the service aces, dalawa sa Cignal and 1 for Petro Gazz. The numbers hindi ganon nagkakalayo, but it was a great set for both teams.
10 unforced errors for Cignal, and that hurt them. They were +4 versus Petro Gazz, and they only lost by 3 points.
Yung errors talaga yung nag-define nung set na yon. And that was checked for Molina getting that first point for Petro Gazz.
Myla Pablo serving. Leading scorer, 5 points. Soltones for the Angels. May Luna with 6 for Cignal. Ria Meneses not far behind with the way she's been playing. Great defense at the net and also quick attacks from the middle.
Definitely. Pag nasa harap si Riri, no, hirap na hirap yung H, di
Yep.
pumalo.
What a set by Estrañero. Unfortunately, it went outside on the attack by Marciano.
She was too low when she hit that ball, kaya umangat yung bola. No spin at all.
But you gotta credit half that point again to the chase down by Kat Arado in the previous play.
Miscommunication right there for Cignal, giving a free ball, and you cannot give a free ball to Petro Gazz, especially when Riri is there in front.
Right on cue, Meneses making her presence felt. She's really just so aggressive. Just a little wide for Myla Pablo. That gives Cignal their first point of the game. 1-3. Set number 2. Cignal down 1-0. Good receive. Soltones. But Jonella was right there. Dakis blocked again. Rachel on Dakis. But fortunately for her, it bounced out.
Now getting a point for that attack through the hands of the blockers. And I would like to commend Jonella really for doing the hard work for Cignal.
I mean, both liberos, hats off to them. Terrific defense so far. Service ace for Luna.
That is just on the line for Luna. Petro Gazz was just hoping for that one to go out.
So just when you thought that Cignal was off to a slow start, they tie the game at 3-3. Arado. Here's Soltones. Janella's gonna have to run for this, but she just couldn't make it. But they're in time.
Safety first, no? Kasi malapit na siyang bumangga, so she braked right there. And on that last one, you could see Arado just inserting much effort to get a good dig.
That's why she was best libero, awarded best libero in the UAAP in 2016, Kat Arado.
Kahit awkward na yung position niya, ang ganda pa rin nung passing niya sa setter.
Sacrificing her body, be able to, give a good pass. Soltones scores in the meantime, making it a 5-3 advantage for the Angels. 5 points already for Meneses. Combination play with Marciano.
Beautiful combination from Cignal HD Spikers. Marciano just flying for that attack. Look at that. Walang blocker because of that combination play.
Well, we don't see many of those plays from Cignal. But as an example, I mean, if they can pull off more of those, it will be to their advantage, obviously. Estrañero to the middle. Ipak is blocked by Palma.
Palma just knowing what to do with that ball. Nakita niya mag-go over, so she just jumped for it.
Remy Palma doing what she does best. Way back. Stretching way back to her FEU days.
Now Cignal, they need to activate that coverage because of the net defense again of Petro Gazz. Bumabalik agad sa kanila yung bola. So the coverage, they need to strengthen that.
Dakis gets one through. Remember, Dakis only 8 points. She needs to really step it up here. Obviously, her teammates looking at her for leadership.
And her composure is just really there.
Saed goes to Palma. Here comes Dakis once again. And Rachel Dakis getting her touches now. Looking more confident.
And now smiling after getting that point from the touch of the blockers.
Marciano serving 6-all. That's going to be way outside.
And she knew it. Pagbato pa lang niya, alam niya that will go out.
Some players, you can see from the body language, they're hoping, while the ball is in the air, they're hoping,
Babalik ng konti.
yeah, they can draw it back through some body English, but obviously that never happens.
Oh, a service error from Gretch Soltones.
Just like in the first set, these teams trading service errors, which is obviously, I mean,
It's pretty
doesn't-
normal.
and it doesn't give any team, any undue advantage when they both throw it away. 5 points for Daki so far. Pablo. Ipak on the running attack. Pablo again. Good coverage on the attacks by Pablo.
Nice dig by Dakis right there. And look at that, Eric. Kapag magandang dig ng Cignal, they were able to set up their attackers really well and na-activate itong attacking nila, yung offense nila.
And May Luna sends us to our first technical timeout. Cignal up by 1, 8-7 over Petro Gazz, set number 2. Back here at the PCV Social, Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. This is the bubble of the Open Conference. And we're so happy PVL has finally returned in professional form now. And we're seeing all the superstars of volleyball together in one league. That's going to be 4 touches against Luna.
That was just not over for her. She was a bit late on that play. Hindi niya na-over yung bola. Giving a point to Petro Gazz.
Palma looking so confident. Looking like a leader that she was when she was with FEU. Good serve too. 1-2 play saved by Palma and second touch from Pablo. Here comes Pablo again. Down the line. Yes!
What a great attack from Pablo right there. And did you see the 1-2 attack from Cignal? The intention was there. It was really nice. But again, the floor defense of Petro Gazz was just there.
I mean, the quickness. And that was Palma who got
Yes.
the first ball on the 1-2 play from Cignal all the way from the service area.
That's right. She was there right on the spot.
Jack Jonella again with a good receive. Joust won by Estrañero against the taller Pablo.
Yael putting that effort to get that point. But no, this time, no coverage from Palma.
That's right.
And we love the emotions from Yael at that one.
Good serve from Ipak. Better reception from Molina. Pablo.
That was a good attack and a good dig from Petro Gazz.
Estrañero back to Luna. Luna back-to-back attacks there. A tip by Saet. Smart play by the veteran, knowing that most of the roster was up front, sends the ball to the back row.
And nakita ko pa, na tinignan pa ni Saet yung spot na yon. No one was there. Okay, dun ko ilalagay yung bola.
That recognition, just viewing it from your peripheral, seeing 6 players closer to the attack line, go for the back row. Meneses tips. Good save. There's Arado. Here's the setup for Pablo. It's check ball? Yes, it's a check ball.
It was a check ball.
Petrogas, it just seems they're quicker to the ball, quicker to the reception, better sets.
That's right. The transition is fast. Their
Yeah.
movement very fast. So they were able to set it up agad-agad. Pablo just putting effort on that attack.
Always in the best position so far. That time around, though, Arado not able to get the up. Cignal.
Because that
Within
was
one.
that was a great attack from Doria, targeting just the cross court of Petrogas.
Ayala Straniero serving 10-11. Cignal down a set to Petrogas. That serve is long.
Again with the service errors of Cignal. May kasama na yatang gigil dahil nilalakasan na nila yung bola.
Remember, they were +4 in service errors in the first set. And unforced errors, to be more specific, 10-6 in favor of Cignal. So they better bring that number down if they want to come back here in set number 2. There's a good block.
Again with the solid blocking of Petrogas. And did you see the reaction of Soltones? Let us see that one.
Yeah, that was a Soltones block.
Yes, it was.
That's why the outburst from Gretzel. 3-point lead for the Angels.
Good play from Cignal.
Meneses. Good save by Estraniero. Back row attack. Arado. Meneses! Oh, she gets it across. Soltones with a save off a Meneses miss-hit.
Little miscommunication there on the part of Cignal. Akala yata nila pumito na yung referee. That's why they all stopped. But Petrogas continued playing.
Well, some players from Cignal thought Meneses probably nicked the ball.
But Soltones was there. Napunta pa niya yung bola sa
Yep.
kabilang court.
Just great court awareness. That did not go across the net. So Cignal all of a sudden struggling and down by 5, the biggest lead of the Angels in the match.
The presence really of Riri Meneses in front, malaking effect niya dito sa
Yeah.
Cignal. Kasi kapag nandiyan siya sa harap, nag-hesitate silang pumalo.
That's
And
true.
even lalo na pag malapit yung bola sa net.
Just intimidates the offensive players of the HD Spikers as Marciano swipes it off the block this time around.
Marciano just making a way to get that ball and getting that score for Cignal.
Maybe Doria, Dakis, Ipak, Mayluna can get a page off what Marciano did. If you're struggling against the defense of Meneses, just try and swipe it off her hands. Here's a free ball. Let's see what Cignal does. One-handed setup there. Estraniero's not going to work. That's a lift, according to first referee Rene Gaspillo.
That's a violation.
Outright, and that sends us to our second technical timeout. Petrogas up 5, 16-11 versus Cignal, set number 2. Cignal find themselves in the biggest hole so far in the match. They're down by 5 points.
Kailangan lang nila ng one stop dito and one good attack from the attackers of Cignal to get that momentum from Petrogas.
Over receive. And I think an overreach was called against Estraniero.
They are really struggling sa first ball nila. Mostly over-receive kaya nahihirapan itong CL to set it up.
And if they don't over-receive, they don't get a good reception, so they don't get to set up well offensively. But lucky for them, Petrogas still has service errors in the bag, which keeps them at least in the game, only down by 5. Biggest lead was of Petrogas was 6. 12 serving 17. One of the broken plays we've seen so far. Very few from Petrogas. And there's an off-the-block hit. Rachel Ann Dakis.
Now, when you see that hop from Dakis, that extra hop, makita mo na talaga she's eager to get that point and get that attack.
And that hop's been there since her college
Yes.
days with FEU.
We all know it, na pag nag-hop si Dakis, yun na yun.
Doria, former Lady Bulldog. That is going to be a violation against Palma. Double contact on Remy.
Because of the serve, it was too strong.
Yep.
Now, yung pagkakuha ng dig mabilis din resulted to an error from Palma.
So this is a 3-point run right away from Cignal. From down 6, they're now within 3.
And ginawa na rin nila yan nung first set. Unti-unti nilang hinahabol yung score ng Petrogas.
Oh, but they weren't down by as many as 6 in the first set, though. So that's a disadvantage against them. And another service error. They're back down by 4. Coach Shaq must be unhappy with the turn of events here so far. They're already down a set. Molina with a good serve. Estrañero, the back set. There goes Marciano, picked up by Pablo. And Soltones will score.
Soltones just dominating the attacking of Petrogas right here. Her energy is 100%, I think, in this game.
Let's go courtside and listen to this report by Ai on Palma.
Talking to feisty middle blocker and former Lady Tamarao Remy Palma of the Petrogas Angels, who scored 17 magnificent points last game. She's actually grateful for their previous match against Creamline because they still showed the defending champions their potential in defending their court. And now they have so much room to adjust their movement and bounce back from their lapses. Despite the bubble setup being a challenge for her and the team, Remy reminded her teammates, and I quote, "Ito yung meron tayo ngayon. We still need to work on this, i-embrace at mas mahalin ang ginagawa natin." The secret to Petrogas' eluding performance, according to Remy, is none other than recovery. Disciplining oneself to have the right sleep schedule, mindset free of pressure, and time management to be able to rest given the back-to-back games is what keeps the Angels going. Let's see who will up their semifinal chances today with the Cignal HD Spikers and the Petrogas Angels.
Well, thank you, Ai. Dakis scores, but going back to that report, I mean, it's really more than just discipline, it's commitment to your craft, to the league, to the game, to live in a bubble for what's it going to be? A little more than a month, almost 2 months, just to play the game they love and to show the fans what's happening with the superstars of volleyball.
Because it's really different now with the bubble setup. Siyempre, iba ngayon, pagkatapos ng game, konting pahinga lang sila. And the
Yeah.
next day, kung wala silang game, of course, magti-training naman sila.
That's
So,
true.
yung pagod ng katawan nila, it's really there. Mentally exhausted as well.
That's
Because
right.
sometimes, of course, you want to be with your family.
Exactly.
But you have to sacrifice to play this game.
That's right. That's why she highlighted recovery as Palma scores down the line on a running attack. 20 serving 15, 5-point lead, make that 6-point lead for the Angels off a service error by Dakis, or service reception error by Dakis, and Coach Shaq de los Santos will call it timeout here. Right now, Mosh, what do the HD Spikers need to focus on? They're still in this game. Petrogas still is 4 points away. Kung iisa-isahin nila, what are the steps they need to do?
First, they need a good reception. Kasi they have been struggling to get the services of Petro Gazz. And pag maganda naman yung reception nila, maganda yung setup nila from Yael. And they're able to attack really well. Pero kasi ngayon, really, the floor defense, just like that, is struggling. And ito yung tinitake advantage ng Petro Gazz right now.
She saw it. Just so smart, so intelligent, and so aware. I mean, that court awareness is next level. Finds those holes in the defense. And just when you don't expect it, she makes a 1-2 play. Janela on the second touch. Free ball. Saet looks, Saet decides, Saet sets. Pablo with the attack. Janela with a dig. Here comes Dakis. And Pablo with the block.
Pablo attacking and going back to her place to attack. Just the right amount of effort, and yung mindset nitong Petro Gazz is really getting this set for them.
And you love how Pablo is 100% right now. She has had some back issues back in college, but she's 100% now, and that's what she can do if she's healthy. What a dig.
That really
Again from
floor
Arado.
defense
Right.
of Petro Gazz.
There's a tip. Saet, they go to Pablo again. Myla Pablo, that's too strong. And a point for HD Spikers.
Now, that was too wide for Pablo. Nandun na yung rhythm ni Myla attacking eh. Pero kasi there were no blockers for Cignal, so hindi masyadong na-stop yung attack niya.
There's Jack Junella, who's been bouncing all over the floor just to get the digs. And that's why she has 11 already. Saet again.
One more time for Saet. This is the third time na ginawa niya to. And nagugulat yung HD Spikers. They just can't do anything about that anymore. Pag ganun yung galaw ni Saet.
Yeah. Former De La Salle Lady Spiker. She Saet taking over in set number 2 with very timely 1-2 plays. Petro Gazz now with 8 set points. They throw one away, but they still have a lot to work with.
A point to spare for Petro Gazz.
Yeah. That's an over receive and an easy put away for Doria.
Doria was there just right on the spot with that timing. Nakita niya kasi umangat yung bola sa harap niya. So umangat din siya agad, getting that point for Cignal. Hindi pa sila bumibitaw.
So 2 set points thrown away by Petro Gazz. Let's see if they can finish here. They do with Meneses.
Of course, with Riri Meneses, with that fast attack, fast hands of Riri and Saet, knowing that Riri Meneses was there to finish this set.
She Saet, her decision making has been really big for the Angels here in set number 2 as they take control of the match. They're up 2 sets to nothing with a win here, 25-18 versus the HD Spikers. take a look at highlights of set number 2. It started out as another close one, but midway through the set, there have been errors that Cignal unable to control, unable to curb, and these Petrogas Angels just took advantage of it, Mosh.
Again, Cignal HD Spikers, their attacks are there offense-wise. It's there, but they need to really match up the exceptional defense of Petrogas. But here in the second set, Petrogas had 13 attacks and just 10 from Cignal. Blocking, again, for Petrogas. Service aces, 2 for Cignals. And the unforced errors, as you mentioned, Eric, 8 for Cignal HD Spikers. Now, ang sinasabi natin kanina pa is that Cignal HD Spikers, they are doing well, but Petrogas is performing better defense-wise.
And again, these unforced errors, like what you mentioned, Mosh, Cignal +3. They were +4 in the second set. They're +3 here in, they were +4 in the second set, first set, and then +3 in the second set. So they're still unable to bring it down.
Let us see kung kayang bumawi ng Cignal in this set, because if not, really Petrogas will just pull away.
Yeah.
Especially now na yung rhythm nila, yung chemistry nila, slowly nakukuha na nitong Petrogas. And quietly lang, no? Simple plays lang then for Petrogas. And on that one, Cignal getting that point from that attack. It was a nice one. Not too much power, but I like how the tempo of that attacker went.
May Luna scoring, one of the few, attacks you can sneak through Kat Arado. Pablo, check ball.
Check ball. And look at that dig again from Arado. Kahit wala siya sa tamang position, but on that one, she was in the right position. Don't get me wrong. Pero kapag maganda lagi yung passing nito ni Arado, maganda yung setup ng Petrogas.
You can almost say 99%, chances Petrogas will score if they get a good dig from Arado. There's another block by Meneses.
Just really guarding the net of Petrogas, and Cignal HD Spikers are really having a hard time, even if they put that much effort, but when Riri is there, it's just blocked.
And Meneses has her game face on too, so
No smash for her.
just full-on intimidation mode. Push by Soltones, picked up by Dakis Estranero. They go to Luna. Luna with the off-speed, picked up by Molina. Molina's been quiet today. Soltones, cross-court, yes!
And that was a set from Arado.
Right.
Soltones just knowing what to do with that cross-court attack.
Angels, just a much more cohesive team right now compared to the HD Spikers. I mean, there are moments of brilliance from Cignal, but it's very few and far apart in this game.
We can see how Cignal is really trying to cover their net. Pero kasi yung timing and tempo for the Petrogas, hindi pa nila makuha eh.
6-1. An overwhelming discrepancy in favor of Petrogas in terms of blocks. Molina. Yes.
Solid attack from Molina right there. Perfect timing, perfect angle, and power for her.
And very early, Coach Jacques de los Santos realizing his team's in trouble. Down by 3 early in set number 3 and calls a timeout. Obviously a cautionary timeout by Coach Jacques de los Santos. He doesn't want it for things to get any worse at this point.
And Dakis just putting that a little cheer up for her teammates during that timeout.
Well, this is when she really needs to step up. I mean, in terms of leadership, I mean, she hasn't really taken over in scoring for the HD Spikers, as you see Luna nail one, but great defense yet again by Petrogas. But
Again, yes. That was a good attack from Luna, but the floor defense of Petrogas and that net defense in that last sequence.
combination, Molina, that is going to be wide. No, it's on the line, says Rene Gaspillo, our first referee. So Molina will score. It's a 4-point lead for Petrogas. Take another look here. If it clips the line. Somehow looked wide from our angle. We couldn't see it there.
Iniwasan niya kasi yung blockers, no?
Yep.
But for the referees, that will go to Petrogas. And now a service error for them, giving a point to Cignal.
There's Scott Arado, who's pulled off 16 excellent digs so far in the game.
And that is a big factor for
Yeah.
Petrogas right now.
Scott Arado, a former under-23 women's volleyball best libero in the region. We're talking regional competition here. As Cignal gets an ace, making it a closer set here.
Luna with 10 points, 7 attacks, 3 aces. A steady game for Luna right now.
Soltones. There's Jonella. Here comes Dakis. What a dig from Pablo, but still not enough.
Nice attack from Dakis, targeting just across court. Pablo was there, but not in the right timing.
1-point game. Just when you thought you could, Cignal could probably, because of the body language and the way they were playing early in the set, could be blown out. They come back in this game, and these errors not helping Petrogas as they allow Cignal to tie it at 5-all.
Masyado nang mababa for Soltones yung palo na yon. But still, the blockers of Cignal were ready for that. I like how they are quietly activating their net defense.
Says Molina. A very quiet afternoon for her, but doesn't matter as a lot of players stepped up. There's Molina contributing right on cue, but Meneses contributing, Soltones with the points, Palma also scoring a few, and Chisayet as well.
Molina just dropping that ball, seeing no one was there for Cignal. And Cignal, I think they need the transition for their floor defense. Kasi ngayon, mahaba yung palo ng Petrogas. But of course, for the drop balls and coverage, kailangan nila mag-adjust.
Swipe from Soltones. Set was swiped there by Molina, and the attack from the back row fell short from Marciano.
Marciano, minadali na lang niya ibalik yung bola. Resulted to an error.
Cignal given some opportunities because of errors from Petrogas, but they just right now can't take advantage. Down by 2.
Wow.
There's Doria with a quick.
Good attack from Doria, and of course the setup from Yael. Ang ganda ng timing nila pareho.
Well, we need to see more of that. I'm sure fans of the HD Spikers want more of that as well if they're to come back. Cla Abriam in the game for the first time for Cignal. Back set. Another drop from Molina. This time anticipated. And Soltones sends us to our first technical timeout in the third set. Petrogas up by 2 versus Cignal. bringing you the games from the Bacara bubble in Ilocos Norte. Again, major props to PVL Commissioner Tony Liao and, of course, Sports Vision President Ricky Panu for pulling this off, or getting all the necessary permits and approvals from the IATF. And then, again, the logistics of bringing players, the technical committee, the referees, and, the teams, obviously, and the trainers.
And it was not an easy task
Yep.
for everyone. That's why the fans are so happy that PVL is finally back.
And back, or not back, but in for the first time, Rania Musa. And immediately making her presence felt.
And inserting that joy for Cignal. She was happy with that score.
This is Pa Abriam, who was one-time PVL best opposite hitter. Remy Palma doing what she does best.
Nakita mo yung rhythm nitong ni Palma and ni Saet. Very quietly, walang nagsalita, but they know what to do right
Yep.
away. And Palma just making sure to get that point for Petro Gazz.
That's right, former NCAA MVP Gretz Soltones. Everybody loves to watch Netflix. I love watching Netflix. I just don't like it when I do it for too long.
That's pretty dangerous kapag masyado yun ng Netflix mo.
11 serving 7. Petrogas playing loose, playing happy. And it's working for them right now.
Just enjoying, while for Cignal, there's this pressure because they need to win this set for them to survive this game.
Excellent receptions. Surprisingly, plus 10 for Cignal, 25-15. But right now, that hasn't helped them at all.
That's right, kasi kahit maganda yung reception nila, hindi sila masyadong nakaka-convert.
Yeah. They're down 2 sets, and they're down 11-8 here in set number 3. Great anticipation by Musa versus Saet that time around. Myla Pablo finds the back line.
Just a miscommunication there for Cignal. Jack was already there, pero akala niya kukunin ni Dakis. So again, the magic word is mine. You have to talk. You have to communicate.
4-point lead for the Angels, 12 serving 8. Estrañero sets it up. There's a block on Luna, but it goes outside, so a point for Cignal.
Luna will take that point off the block. She knew the blockers were there, but lagyan natin ng power to get that point.
Former CSB, College of St. Benilde player, and a part-time model, Rania Musa with the serve. There is Pablo, rejected. One of the rare blocks you see from Cignal in today's game, because in that department, they've been dominated by Petro Gazz.
That's right. And you can see Doria's game face is on right now. Now for Petro Gazz, the coverage surprisingly wasn't there.
Saet. They go to Meneses. That ball picked up. Here comes Abriam, who's short from the back row.
Just a bit awkward for Abriam on that one. Wala sa tamang flight ng bola when she hit it.
(13-10), set number 3, Petro Gazz. Luna, that was dug up by Arado. Here comes Pablo. Through the block, kept alive by Doria.
You see, that was a good one for Cignal. It was a good reception for Dakis. Now they were able to set up and they were able to attack nicely. Ngayon, pagbalik sa kanila, okay na yung depensa ulit nila eh. So that's a nice point for them.
2-point game, 11 serving 13. Cignal with a chance to cut the deficit a little further. That serve too strong.
Way too much concentration on that one. You can see nag-concentrate talaga si Elwer to put that service. Unfortunately, it was too wide.
Those are not the kind of plays Coach Shaq De Los Santos needs right now. Unforced errors still a major problem for the HD Spikers. Middle attack by Doria. That is outside off the blockers. Point for Ces Molina.
Ces Molina, the veteran in her, alam niya na mag-aagawan sila ng bola there on that net. But just swiping that out para lumabas yung bola because nahawakan to ng Cignal HE Spikers.
Myla Pablo getting a little help from the tape of the net. Janela with it over receive.
Nice effort from Jonella. Riri Meneses just making a way. Wala na yung timing niya. But dahil ang haba ni Riri, she was able to get that.
16-11, Petro Gazz up by 5 versus Cignal here in set number 3. Third set between Petro Gazz and Cignal. And right now, the HD Spikers in a must-win situation if they want to extend this match. And they're down by 5 in the second half of this third set. And right on cue, Roslyn Doria with the answer.
That attack from Doria, yan yung mga gusto nating makita, that quick attacks from Yael Doria connection. Kasi wala na magawa yung Petrogas kapag ganun yung atake nitong Cignal.
Biggest lead was 6 points by Petro Gazz in set number 2. Their biggest lead here is 4 points. Cignal, they've been playing catch-up majority of this match.
Now that Dakis is in front, let us see how well Cignal can really convert here. But look at Riri Meneses. Hindi na binigyan ng chance yung Cignal.
Beautiful, quick attack by Meneses.
You could see nauna na siya sa bola, and that's what really a quick attack is. Mauna ka sa bola, para nandun ka sa taas, na pagpalo mo, the height is there and the power. Also the speed, you need the speed.
Meneses in the back row, so Seth Rodriguez in the game for the first time out of the UE Lady Red Warriors.
Ball is still alive.
Estranero, they go to Dakis. Dakis with a single blocker. Pablo with an over receive. And there is a net violation going to be called against Rodriguez, who's coming off the bench cold in this third set.
Now Cignal is getting the rhythm here in the set, slowly but surely.
Let's hope it's not a case of too little too late though, as they're still down by 4. 13 serving 17, and these unforced errors have really been their Achilles heel all throughout the match.
Now Cignal, they need to hang on. They are doing nicely but not enough for Petro Gazz. Kasi si Petro Gazz is being really solid right now.
Good save. Rodriguez attacking for Petro Gazz that time around. There's a block. Jonella with the first touch.
And
Over receives. She saw it. A rare attack from the setter. Here's Dakis. Goes just on the line.
down the line attack for Dakis, and this is her usual. You know, she would go down the line, she would go cross court. The variations of Dakis, ito yung namimiss ng mga tao sa kanya.
For sure. But despite all the effort, the deficit is still 4 for Cignal. 14-18. Back row. That is outside.
Just too wide for Pablo right there. Maganda sana yung timing niya pero hindi niya na-clip yung wrist niya.
And Perez checking in for the first time. Ivy Perez out of National University. She will play center here. Jerry Lee Malabanan in the game as well for the first time. Former Lady Tamarao. Perez sets it up. Soltones, yes.
Soltones just from everywhere, open, utility, you can really rely on her. And that smile again, Eric.
Of course. 4-point advantage once again for Petrogas here. Looking to close it out and keep it a short night for them. There's a tip by Musa. And she scores.
Musa just hanging on that play. And Petrogas, doon sila nag-scramble, hindi ready dito si Arado.
And how often do you hear people say that na hindi
Hindi
ready?
ready si Arado, right?
Kat Arado.
Because all throughout this game, she was ready to dig up those attacks from Cignal.
And equally as good was Jack Janela on the other side for
Yes.
Cignal.
Definitely Jack Junella all over the place for Cignal.
Luna off the block. Yes.
Luna, with these kinds of attack, from Luna, Marciano, maganda sana yung tinatakbo ng Cignal, but the consistency is just not there.
That's right. Timeout by Coach Arnold Lanyog. His 4-point lead down to 2. So he drew up a play. Let's see if they can pull it off. They're going to be on the receive here. Ivy Perez will be tasked to run the play. There's Jerry Lee Malabana, and let's see if she's going to get a touch.
Malapit na sila sa 20-point mark. And kapag naabot na yun ng Petrogas, it's gonna be easy for them to just pull away. And hindi yun maganda for Cignal kasi they need to put much effort para dito sa set na to.
Good serve. Arado with the receive. Here comes Pablo. Yes! Myla Pablo puts Petrogas on the 20-point mark.
Myla Pablo has been steady in this game. When you need her help, nandun siya. She would deliver. Not that much power that we will usually see from Myla Pablo, but still, she contributes really well in this game.
Palma is back along with Meneses for Petrogas. Looking to finish strong here in the third set and the match. Musa, that set a little behind Rania Musa. Meneses winning that joust. Luna. There's a push from Malabanan. Gonna be a free ball from Janela. Let's see what Perez does. Malabanan way outside.
Just too wide for Malabanan. Medyo malamig pa dito si Malabanan. But she's putting effort. She's moving really well there. Pero yun nga, masyado ring mababa nung pagkakuha niya ng bola.
So Cignal definitely still in it. Only down by 2. 18 serving 20.
One stop lang yung kailangan ng Cignal dito para makahabol sila sa Petrogas.
Musa with a high serve. Perez underhand set. Oh, big mistake for Perez that time around. That's going to cost them their 4-point lead. Only one at this point.
Right, a costly error for Petrogas. You don't want Cignal to get the rhythm here at this point of the set.
Musa to serve once again. Only saw action in the third set. He already has 2 points off 2 attacks. Pablo. Luna. Luna has been huge for Cignal, especially here in the third set.
one of the great factors for Cignal is Luna, her attacking abilities. And ang ganda sana kasi kung dire-diretso na yung palo nila Luna and Marciano, Dakis for Cignal, pero hindi sila masyadong nakakapag-activate on their offense because of their receive.
Coach Arnold Danyog couldn't wait any longer. Brings back Chisaet and Ces Molina because his lead is gone. We're tied at 20. Pablo. There's Arado with
Good
the coverage. Pablo again, down the line this time. Picked up by Abriam. There is a violation, double contact called on Estranero.
Yeah, gusto niya kasing kunin na agad yung bola, resulting to an error. So they need to slow down here, Cignal. Dahan-dahan lang para maabot nila itong score ng Petrogas. Just 1 point.
Saet with the serve. Here's the setup for Luna. Set for Pablo. Block. Arado with coverage.
Once
Back
again.
set. Molina. Jonella. And that's a point for Ces Molina. Another
Janela
smart
was
move.
there,
Yeah.
but papunta siya sa ibang direction eh. So kailangan pa niyang bumalik, but she was too late.
Another smart play from Ces Molina as Coach Shaq de los Santos calls a timeout. Down by 2 in the final stretch of set number 3. Let's see if this timeout will bear fruit for Cignal and they can bounce back and overcome this 2-point deficit.
That's just 2 points, but for Petrogas, they are just 3 points away in winning this game.
Excellent digs between both teams, 69-67 in favor of Petrogas. Pablo winning at the net that time. Petrogas just 2 points away from the finish here.
Yeah, El, binalak niya yung 1-2 play because that was an over-receive. So ginawa na lang niya ng paraan. But Riri and Pablo were there. Again, kapag Petrogas yung kalaban mo, hindi ka pwedeng mag-over-receive most of the time.
Yeah. Very athletic bigs for Petrogas. Luna, cross court, Arado with a pickup. Molina.
Good rally here now for Petrogas and Cignal. Great floor defense for both teams.
Molina tries again. The tip is on the line. Ces Molina has been trying that shot all game long and it's been paying off. 4 match points for Petrogas, 24-20 against Cignal.
Just on the line, Molina, a couple of attacks from Petrogas pero nakukuha na nga ng Cignal. So, a great option is to just drop that ball.
Cignal needs to play perfect right now. Luna through the block. And the HD Spikers needed that.
Luna not giving up on the plays for Cignal. Ganun yung mga kailangan nilang labanan, yung blocking nitong Petrogas.
Once match point saved, but Petrogas has 3 more. Saet, who does she go to? Pablo, cross court. Estranero with the up. Block at the net, and I mean, for a team that's been blocking very well all throughout the game, that's the kind of point, a statement closeout for the Angels.
You know, they started early in the set with a solid net defense and ending it with a good blocking as well. Petrogas really just dominating this game in the defense department. May it be floor, net defense, while for Cignal naman, we must give that points to them for their attacks.
That's
Maganda yung offense ng Cignal, but then they were not able to maximize their defense dahil nga ang ganda ng ginagalaw ng Petrogas overall.
Quick win for Petrogas versus Cignal here in their second game of your Friday doubleheader, 25-22, 25-18, 25-21. Angels go up 2-1 as the HD Spikers fall to 1-2 in the standings. So many great plays from the Angels as well. Today, Mosh, I mean, defensively they were excellent. Offensively as well. You saw Ces Molina, especially in the third set. She was a little quiet in the second set, but when she was, so many people stepped in. I mean, Myla Pablo stepped in. You got points even from Chi Saet and Remy Palma.
That's right. It's a complete team effort naman for Petrogas here. Because nga, sabi natin maganda yung floor defense nila, but offense-wise, hindi rin naman nagpahuli yung Petrogas. You know, nandyan nga, of course, you mentioned Molina, nandyan si Gretch Soltones, and Myla Pablo, I'm really glad she showed up today. But one of the players na I think really showed up in this game is their libero, which is Kat Arado. You know, she went through all the offense of Cignal. Malakas, mahina, drop ball, you know, just wiping the ball. Nandun agad si Arado to get that ball for Petrogas. And because of her, ang ganda ng mga atake rin nitong teammates
That's right. Her coverage was spectacular. And that really allowed them to frustrate Cignal and their offense all throughout the match. So our best player of the game, 23 digs, 12 receptions, Kat Arado of the Petrogas Angels, right behind her, of course, Coach Arnold Lanyog must be happy. After that loss against Cream Line, they bounced back with a statement win here, a 3-set win versus one of the top teams in the Open Conference in the Cignal HD Spikers. Gretchen Soltones, excellent game today, along with Remy Palma right there on your screens. Everybody that were fielded in contributed to the Angels. We'll take a look at our schedule. On Sunday, we take a break tomorrow. And we return on Sunday, 1 o'clock. Creamline Cool Smashers takes on the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. And at 3, or a little after 3 p.m., we're going to have Choco Mucho Flying Titans, who won their second straight game earlier today, take on the Perla Spikers, who will be seeing action for the first time in the Open Conference after observing health and safety protocols. And their final game on Sunday, the Cignal HD Spikers taking on Bali Pure Water Defenders. Our Open Conference really taking shape already, and the strong teams showing their skills and their wares in the first week of our conference. Petrogas Angels go up 2-1 as they take down the Cignal HD Spikers, who absorbed their second loss in 3 outings. Thanks to our director, Raul De Ocampo, our executive producer, Malu Neri, for Ayi Tinsay, Marsh Cruz, I'm Eric Tipan. Thanks for watching the Open Conference of the one and only professional volleyball league in the country, the premier volleyball league on One Sports.